So guys, today we are doing the 20-hour update on the, or review I guess, on the Cub Cadet. So guys, I've had this thing for probably about 2 months, I'd say. Sorry it's a little dirty. I did wash it this morning actually, but as you can see all these leaves on the ground, I mowed this where my trailer parks over here, and then I got into weed whacking. So yeah, I'm pretty dirty too. You guys probably not showing up very good, but I have loved this thing. I've loved using it. It always starts for me. Yeah, so it never really disappoints me. So yeah, I love using this thing. It's comfortable. I love how easy the steering is. It's like really easy to steer, and I got a steering wheel knob for it. I have my 10P cart hooked up to it right now. Yeah, so it did look a lot better this morning because I washed it, but whatever, it looks fine now still. But I hadn't washed it. If you watched one of my last videos, I had mowed a field with this thing, and then I went and I washed it, and then I went back and mowed that field again. I hadn't washed it still, and I also had mowed my lawn and the other people's lawn I mow on my road, actually twice, and I just never got to cleaning it. So I finally did this morning, and it looks a lot better. There was like hay and straw all over it from that field. It's a low cut field, but they wanted it done with a mower, and I said why not, and the Cub Cadet did it really good. Next time I do get a new one, I actually want to get either my next brand new machine, I want it to be either Kubota BX, because those are actually pretty cheap, or I want a John Deere X7 like 5.8. So there's actually a difference between those, and but I'll get into that if I get one of those in the way future. But for now, we're just looking at this. So there is some stuff I don't like about it actually. The one thing I kind of don't like is having where on the side here where the these two levers are. I'm not used to having like two levers here sticking out this much, and so I was going through sorry about I'm getting texts on my phone. I was going through a swing set, and it actually grabbed onto this lever right here, my engagement lever, and it bent it back, so I don't really like the placement of that. So it's because it's kind of weird, and it just sticks out a little more than I'm used to, and up, because usually my other one was right up here. You flipped it up on the John Deere. And so one other thing I don't like about it is how the choke is, so that's full throttle right there, and then you have the choke that goes up like that. I really don't like that because I feel like it's hard on the engine when you start the engine at full throttle, and like it has to on choke, and then you have to really quickly do that. I just don't kind of like that too much. That's really the only thing that's like really the only thing I don't really enjoy about this thing is those two things. So actually, I don't think I ever really talked about this with you guys, but this I was either gonna get this or a Husqvarna, but like one of the biggest Husqvarnas you can get. It was the same size. There was two of them the same size that I was gonna get the less fancy one, but the fancier one had like gauges on and stuff. But the real reason I really wanted to get it is because it had the big old back tires with the actual heavy duty transmission, and it also had right here, it had a switch for the differential lock, because the differential locked, and I really liked that, which for that field would have been nice, a differential lock, because the field has mud in it too. I never got stuck though, but I also had to install this brush guard myself. That one had a brush guard on it, and that brush guard was a little bigger. And the Husqvarna had like an actual switch that you turned on for the lights. This one, the lights are always on. I mean, that doesn't really affect me that much, but I don't know, I just feel like the light bulbs are gonna go faster even though they're LED. they're still gonna, I feel like they're gonna go faster. They're gonna like blow faster. Yeah, so then the other thing I liked about the Husqvarna was it had like a throttle right here, and then it had like a little choke that you pulled out. I like that way better than this setup, but I mean, really, it's just a lawnmower. I'm thinking about maybe getting a John Deere 420 or something like that, because that has like a nice differential lock and it's got high and low range, and I really like those. And I thought about that being like one of my first projects for my new shed. I will show you that in a little later video on how much progress we've gotten on it. Hopefully I'll make a video about that tomorrow. I hope I get to that, and I hope we get more work done on it tonight. I don't know if we will or not, but that'd be nice. So enough with that, the shed. Back to the Cub Cadet. Oh yeah, and you can see here, I have now got 20 hours on it. If you could see that right there. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. 20 hours exactly. So yeah, it's the 46-inch deck. It's the bigger one. It's got the Kohler 22 horsepower engine in it. I like the engine. It always is running good. I like how much faster this one is. Like, not because I mean, it affects me because I usually mow. I can't mow too fast on most of my lawn. My lawn and my other lawns I do, because it's really bumpy. So I really can't go that fast anyways. But this is way nicer than my John Deere was, because I can actually go fast. Like when I have to go up the road, the neighbors, I can go a little faster. To my neighbors, I can go a little faster. Whereas my John Deere, it takes so long to get up there because it would just go really slow because this thing was old and worn out. That thing was probably like 17 years old or something. It was a pretty old machine. Oh, actually, one other thing I don't like about this is the spindles for the blades. Those don't have grease fittings, so that's one thing I don't like about that. I took the covers off and there was no spindles, or there was no grease fittings. It does have a grease fitting right here in the front on the steering joint, and then there's bearings back in there. Those are greasable, which I usually grease those every once in a while. The other thing I liked about the Husqvarna is it had the heavier duty deck. It had a nicer seat with the armrests on it. So it's just nicer, but this will do me perfectly fine. And I also liked it because the deck was, well, this one's a 46, but the other one is a 48, and it had like a middle scalping wheel. Like this one only has 4 around the sides. That one had like the 4 around the sides, and there was one in the front. Because I have noticed a little bit, I do skim a little bit, and it's usually in the middle of the deck. But I like the thing. It works good for me. So yeah, it's just the XT1. I don't really know what else to say about it. I told you guys what I liked about it and what I disliked about it. Actually, I don't know if I said what I liked about it, but I do like how it is kind of customizable, because like right here you can put armrests on the side, and then the bumper, and the baggers already like basically have the points on the back. So maybe in the future I'll get a bagger, I'm not sure yet. The one thing I like is this right here. So when you want to mow, all you have to do, like, so you turn it over and then your key's right here, and then what I like is when you can just go like this and then hit that button, and it'll you can mow, it'll make it so you can mow in reverse, and like it won't shut off. Like with the John Deere, you had to actually like hold down a button while you backed up. This one you can just turn it on and then do whatever, like back and forth, if you have to, like just go back and forth without having to worry about holding a button. So yeah, and I think the Husqvarna had the same setup on it. So yeah guys, I guess this will probably conclude this. I really don't have anything else to say about this thing. It's been good. so far, and I'm hoping it'll do me good for a long time. You're really not supposed to haul too much with these, but I'll let you get a little sneak peek here. I dug a trench down through here for the shed. I'll talk about that in the next video. And then there was a bunch of rocks on the side, so I took those and I threw them all in this trailer, and I had it like almost level, the whole thing full of rocks, and it was struggling a little bit. That's why I also want to get at least get like another 317 or something in the future once I have my shop built and I have all that done, so then I can actually buy some more tractors. Hopefully I'll have a 317 or a 318 or just something, John Deere something, or actually any garden tractor or anything. I'll have that by then to haul the trailer if I have heavy loads like that. I still would use the trailer on this mower though, because I still use it to, like, when I go up to my people's house to mow, I put my weed whacker in there. If I'm just going fast and I don't have time to fill up my weed whacker, I just throw the gas tank in there too. So this thing, and another thing is, the reason why I said a heavier duty transmission is because this one, it just has like the keyed shaft, which the other one actually had like bolt-on lugged tires, which that's what you want when you are gonna pull a little more weight, because these transmissions are just little and they're not made for that. They're just made to go around and mow your lawn, not really made to haul a lot of weight. Like the 317s and stuff, those can haul a bunch of weight and won't even do anything to it. So yep, this will be the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your friends and tell them to subscribe, because that'd really help me out, and I would thank you a lot for doing that if you do. So yeah, guys, this will be the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow, and we'll do an update on the shed.